here we go. We eventually got to our RAF Pocklington, Yorkshire, 102 Squadron, and the sight that greeted us as we turned into the entrance of the airdrome was a Halifax bomber sitting in the field where it failed to take off, which rather, put funny feelings in our stomachs, seeing a crashed aircraft, But we got over that and we finally started our bombing on. That was on the 18th of August, 1944. And we done our first bombing raid on the 3rd of September. And the target was Venlo Airfield in Holland, which was all new to us, the actual being informed of what they expected of the crews and telling us, warning the gunners to keep a good eye open the whole time from the time we took off till we come back. But we didn't encounter any aircraft or any enemy aircraft at the time. And the bombing trip went well. We had a small amount of flak, but we didn't take a lot of notice of it. But unfortunately, when we come back, flying over the North Sea, we were diverted and we had to land at a drome in Cambridgeshire, which I never really knew the name of, strange it may seem. But we had to stay there for a week before the weather was changed and we could land back at Pocklington. And while we're there, I witnessed a American pilot shooting the drone up because he had finished his tour of ops in the Lightning aircraft, and he'd shot the place up twice, and on the third trip he's flying over, and he went under some cables and caught the fins of the aircraft, and he shot up in the air, bailed out, and the aircraft crashed. But we did, as I say, finally get back to Pocklington. But prior to that, while we were there, the night we landed, we were interrogated after 2 unsuccessful attempts of landing. And the third one, the pilot took a chance and went in because of the low of petrol, short of petrol. And we had a nice meal. But I didn't enjoy mine so much as the others because on medical instructions I had, it was flying without dentures. And we had a nice partridge. And I couldn't gnaw the bones like the other lads. It was quite a laugh, really. But yeah, finally we got back to our own drome. And that was on the 11th of September. On the 12th, the morning of the 12th, we were on orders for a briefing. I think it was about 10:30 in the morning, and to go on another bombing raid. This was quite an extensive, briefing. That's the word, briefing on the target and the amount of aircraft that was going to be flying that day. I think it was about 200 every half hour onto the target. And it turned out to be the Ruhr, Gelsenkirchen. Of course, from the older members of the crews that were on the squadron, a big went up. And we realised that they'd been there before and it wasn't a very happy place to be. So, of course, warned again by the gunnery officer after the briefing what he expected of all the gunners, to keep a sharp lookout, watching out also not just for the enemy aircraft that may attack, but making sure there's nothing above us or that the other aircraft weren't getting too close, which we'd got used to doing. Anyhow, as we was going over the North Sea near the getting near the border of the Germany, I could see smoke in the distance. As we got closer and closer, we realised it was a target area that we was approaching. And flying in formation we were, the one began to feel, wonder what was happening. I know I did. And still keeping an eye out and watching what we had to look out for. And the ACAC was firing away. And the only way I can really describe it myself, the firing of the German guns was in the modern day fireworks. With the modern day fireworks, they explode in the air, all different varied colour lights and that, masses of them. And imagine that was the shells bursting around us. And believe me, it was, well, put it bluntly, hell. And we carried on, we dropped our bombs, and after there's a pathfinders on the guiding the bomb hammers in, and we saw 2 aircraft go down while we was on the bombing run, and the pathfinder, we heard him say, take over number 2, I'm going in. That's the last we heard of that, but to see these other planes at the side of us going down, it was a bit unnerving, but you just got on with your job, and it seemed to disappear from your mind, because you're thinking about yourself and guarding yourself. But anyway, we eventually got through the target, and the navigator gave Phil the new course to fly to come home, which we did, and gradually got away from the flak and eventually landed back at Pop. Well, it may be the workmen outside. I don't know.
Might be some drilling, I don't know.
So, anyhow, we got out of the aircraft. The ground crew were waiting for us, welcoming us back. And of course, we looked around the aircraft and it was just covered in holes. And we thought we were rather lucky here getting back. And when Taffy got round under the nose of the aircraft, looked up, their shell had gone right up through where he'd been laying with his legs open, straight up through the centre, between his legs and at the top. And he just more or less fell to the ground with his hands closed, and I think he said a prayer as safe as we all did, thinking that we were damn lucky to be back home. And the old aircraft had a load of holes in. Since then we've wondered how we did manage to get back, but anyhow, the following day, we had a nice talk with Rum when we got in for debriefing, and we all debriefed as a crew, then individually by the, like with our case, Les and I, the gunnery officer. We went to bed that night, and the next morning, looking on orders, we was on orders again for another raid.